And see, that company grew to an amazing size, and I had some differences with the partners that I had brought on to help fund the company. So we decided to part ways in 2001, and I resigned as president from that company to start this company that you're looking at right now. And the reason why is I had a plan, and it's almost like a football team trying to win the Super Bowl. And you have a business plan or a game plan to do so. And when that game plan is jeopardized and you're the head coach or you're the owner of the team, you say to yourself, do I want to try to win the race the way I set out to, or do I want to modify my thinking because other people are pressuring me to? And I decided I was not going to modify my thinking, so I resigned from that company in 2001. Here we sit in January of 2005. I'm sitting in my home office in a pair of jeans, no tie on, just speaking from my heart, unedited, about what our company can offer you. Now this is what I want to share with you, and it's very critical that you understand this. Our company, we have every intention to give you what was given to me in 1991, an opportunity to earn more, an opportunity to make money outside of what you're doing, an opportunity that could parlay into a full-time business for you. And we want to give you all the training you need. Now let me ask you something. If we could show you a business you could start for free out of your home, in an industry that's growing every single day, in an industry where everybody already uses the products and services that we sell, and you would be able to bring those products and services to those people at an extreme value or discount, would you be open to looking further at it? See, because as you decide to start your own business, you have three options. Number one, you can start a franchise. Proven systems are great. They cost a lot of money, however, and the average person watching this video doesn't have the money to start a franchise. The second thing you could do is just take your own idea and run with it and start a business for yourself. Unfortunately, 95% of the businesses that start each year fail. And then of those who made it, the 5% who made it within the next 5 years, 90% of those fail. So literally only 2% of the businesses, 1 to 2% of the businesses are still around and operating 5 years from now. That's what you're up against. Now, that doesn't mean you can't make it. But when you start your own business, there's an extremely high overhead and there's an extremely large learning curve. Because just because someone's a good chef doesn't mean they know how to manage a restaurant. Just because somebody knows how to make a good product doesn't mean they know how to get customers' attention to buy that product. And see, business ownership is a very touchy thing, and there's an emotional roller coaster that everybody experiences when they own their own business starting from scratch. But it is a great opportunity. The problem is the risk is extremely high. The financial input up front is extremely high, and generally you have to quit your job and start full-time to make it succeed. Then there is the third option, which is called network or multi-level marketing, where you can take advantage of a proven training system, much like a franchise. We'll teach you how to succeed in this business. We don't benefit unless you do. If we were charging you a fee to get involved with our company, we'd benefit when you signed up. But we don't. We only benefit when you make a profit selling products. Doesn't that make sense? A franchise benefits when someone buys their franchise, but they really benefit when people make money selling the product every month. So we're much like a franchise, but we don't have the fee. So the risk or the barrier to entry has been removed. Now, in our world of network marketing, which is highly acclaimed and very highly endorsed, in fact, there's a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And the premise of the book is he was raised by a father who was a professor in college, who taught him to go to college and work real hard and get good grades and get a good corporate job and climb the company ladder and have a secure living. And then he had another father, which was his best friend's dad, who was a wealthy business owner who never graduated high school. And his friend's father, who he calls the rich father, rich dad, taught him, listen, instead of investing 40 to 60 hours into someone else's company for a paycheck, what you want to do is you want to find a way to put as much of that time into building a business for yourself. You don't have to be full-time, but put as much of that time aside as you can to build a business for yourself and create what's called an income-producing asset. And what he termed an income-producing asset, which was completely different than my business school professors taught me, was a business or a system that made you money without you having to work it. See, if you have to work it every day, you're self-employed. But when it's running itself and making you a profit, it's called a business system. And what Rich Dad taught Robert Kiyosaki was to build business systems. What Poor Dad taught was get a college education, go to corporate America and climb the company ladder. Now, I'm not against college education. I'm not against corporate America. My children are going to if I have anything to do with it, and God willing, will go to college and will seek good corporate jobs to gain a lot of experience. But they will also be taught the other premises that I've learned and have been able to give me things that I'd never be able to get when I worked at General Motors. And so Rich Dad said, go out and start a business and build an income-producing asset, much like a real estate building. A real estate building, or even just look at one rental property, one house. You have a mortgage payment on that house typically, and you may rent it out to someone at a higher amount. That amount that they pay is usually higher than the mortgage. That difference is called profit. That is an income-producing asset. Now, there's maintenance costs in real estate, and there's furnaces that blow out, and there's someone who slips on your property, so there's risk. But if you acquire enough properties, or if you had a business high-rise, for example, higher risk. However, isn't there a great reward as well? Those are called income-producing assets. Well, what if we could show you a way for free, without the risk of someone slipping and falling, without the risk of a furnace blowing out? But what if we could give you the same thing real estate gives you? In fact, we'll give you territories that you can develop and run and own and make money off those territories every single month without having to invest any money. Does that have any interest to you? Does that pique your interest whatsoever? And see, Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I highly recommend it. He also wrote a book, Cash Flow Quadrants, and several others. Amazing literature. Definitely a good read for you and your children and anybody who wants to have success. He recommended, if he were starting over, or if someone doesn't have the funding or experience to start their own business, he would recommend starting in network marketing. Read his book and you'll see that. So what should you look for in a network marketing company? If you've decided multi-level marketing is a good business to be in, what should you look for? Well, obviously, if the size of your income or your income-producing asset is dependent upon how many representatives you have in your sales organization and how many customers they've been able to acquire, then obviously you would want to limit the size of that growth by putting a fee on starting in the business. See, every network marketing company out there that I'm aware of charges a fee of some kind to get involved with their company. Now, that slows the growth of the network. That slows the growth of your sales team. Why would they do it? One reason, profit to the company. Well, if my goal is to help you build a massive organization, my goal shouldn't be to make you charge people money to get them involved. It should be give this business to people. We're not going to ask you to buy outlandish products every month. We're not going to ask you to fulfill monthly inventory requirements. Do we have products you can buy at wholesale and sell in retail? Of course we do. Are you required to? No. So as I look right into the camera as we finish up this video, I'm just going to ask you to really contemplate, is it time you added extra income to your family? Is it time you didn't depend on that corporate job in case it disappears? Is it time you have a backup plan? Or is it time that you fulfill a passion you've had for many years to own your own business, work your own hours, have life quality? If it's that time, get with the person who gave you this video. Let them know you want to learn more about our products. Let them know you want to learn more about our services. Let them know you want to learn more about our compensation plan and our training. And then I look forward to meeting you in person. We're certain we're going to be one of the world's largest, if not the world's largest network marketing company. We're certain we're going to be a very successful, publicly traded organization. And we want you, like many other hundreds and thousands who will be granted stock in this company, to benefit from us becoming a publicly traded organization. Get in at the ground floor. I thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And if nothing else, I hope I've inspired you enough to at least understand that David Rutz loves his baby called Escape International and wants it to be the best business in the world for people like you. Thank you for watching. Good luck to you, and God bless.